Hello and welcome. I am Amit Mishra, and once again, I have brought an interesting topic in front of you. In this video, you are going to learn about caste census. So, my dear friends, in this video, I will be telling you about different dimensions in relation to the particular topic. For an example, I will be telling you first why is it in news. Secondly, I will tell you what is the meaning, what is the definition of caste census. Thirdly, I will be telling you about certain historical contexts which are associated with the same, and furthermore, I will be telling you what are the needs behind having such caste census. Furthermore, I will be telling you about what are the challenges or concerns in relation to getting an accurate caste census data. And last but by no means least, I will be telling you about certain measures that can be taken in this particular direction. So, my dear friends, the first thing that I would like to tell you is recently Indian government has approved inclusion of OBCs and other caste groups in the delayed census of 2021 because of COVID-19 pandemic, and it will include, apart from SC and ST, all the caste groups which are prevalent all across the country. So, what does it mean? See, caste census simply means collection of certain data and information in relation to an individual's caste identities. So this is the basic definition. If you look at the sayings or the statement given by M.N. Srinivas, a sociologist from our country, then you will find that he defined this particular term as hereditary, endogamist, and also localized to certain groups. So this is the definition given by M.N. Srinivas, the sociologist from our country. Moving further, I would like to tell you about its historical context. See, literally, caste has been come from a Spanish word, and that word is casta. And if you look at the meaning of casta, then you will find that it means race or hereditary group. So, literally, caste also means there will be a hereditary hierarchy in the society. Moving further, I would like to tell you that since 1881 to 1931, caste census or the population census has been conducting since the given time period, as I mentioned earlier. But in the year 1941, it was stopped. The reason behind the stoppage in this particular period is because of the reason of World War II. There was a fear of World War II on countries across the world. This is the reason why many administrative works could not be done during that time period. So, since independence, if you look, then you will find that enumeration of certain caste identities apart from SCs and STs were discontinued. Means OBCs and other caste groups could not be included in the caste census or the population census conducted since 1951. And more important, if you look at the time period of 1961, then you will find that in this period what happened, central government also given autonomy to states in relation to conducting independent caste census for that particular state. So recently, there are three states, Bihar, Telangana, and Karnataka, that have conducted this particular census. So this is the reason why we are having discussion in relation to the topic. So my dear friends, moving further, I would like to tell you certain needs. What are the needs which are associated in relation to bringing caste census in this particular time period? So the very first thing comes in my mind is current gap. There is a current gap prevalent all across caste groups. For an example, there is no central listing for OBCs and other caste groups. So to enumerate those caste groups for the benefit or for the purpose of affirmative action is need of the hour. Secondly, previous surveys. If you look at the statement given by NCBC, that is National Commission on Backward Classes, then it has stated that 2011 census had done many faults, and one of the major faults that was done by this particular census was enumeration of in any individuals into any caste group, and this has resulted in inaccuracy of data. So there is a need to revise the previous surveys which have which have been faulted on the particular caste groups. Now, reshaping affirmative action is the another need of the hour. For an example, I would like to tell you that recently Bihar has conducted its caste survey, and it has found around 63% population is directly belonging to OBC group. So this has also fueled a call for nationwide enumeration of such caste groups. Another thing that I would like to tell you in relation to this particular need, then I can tell you that there is a huge requirement of inclusivity. If a number of population, particularly from a single caste group, is prevalent all across the country, they are needed to be included for 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 the purpose of providing or being provided the benefits of affirmative action given by state or provided by state. So these are the needs in association with the enumeration of caste census. Another thing that I would like to tell you is what are the concerns which are associated or which are related to this particular topic. For an example, what are the key issues which are prevalent behind not getting inaccurate data in relation to different caste groups prevalent all across the country? So the very first thing that I would like to tell you that we don't have any standardized data and information in relation to caste list. So if you don't have unified list for OBCs and other caste groups, then how can you have a better understanding of their problems or socio-economic conditions? And I forgot to tell you that in the year 2011, what happened that SECC, socio-economic caste census, was adopted. Means previously what used to be happen that only individuals caste identities were notified, but but after 2011, not only individuals caste identities but also their socio-economic conditions started being included in the list. So there is a need to unify the list for OBCs and other other caste groups, but there is no reliable data that we can rely on, upon which we can rely on. So another thing that I would like to tell you in relation to the concern, that is caste self-reporting. Means if there is a caste census in the society, it will lead to further fragmentation of the society based on casteism. People of higher caste, they may start affiliating themselves to this position that we are superior in the society, and this can further lead to a number of disaster in terms of social disaster in the form of, we can say, poverty, regionalism, casteism, religionism, and a number of things. Another thing that is misclassification of caste groups. For an example, there are a number of caste groups that have similar name. So, for an example, Dhanuk, Dhanika, Dhanuka, these are a number of Dhanka, these are the number of caste groups. So, if they are not properly identified, then it will lead to misallocation and miscalculation of data and resources to them. So these are the challenges, these are the concerns that we have in relation to implementing or getting accurate data in relation to caste census. Last but by no means least, I would like to tell you about certain measures that can be taken in this direction. See, nowadays there is a growing role of artificial and intelligence and machine learning in our day-to-day life. So government can take help from these particular two things to improve the data, the kind of the quality into data can be improved using machine learning and artificial intelligence. Also, listing of caste groups is need of the hour. So government is supposed to list all the caste groups other than SCs and STs which are prevalent all across the country. Another thing that I would like to tell you in relation to measures is to ensure effective use use of caste census, authorities should be made responsible and accountable. Because if you are not accountable, if you are not being responsible behind implementing this milestone, then what will happen that political misuse can take place. So these are the measures in relation to the particular topic. And overall, I wanted to tell all the information which I shared right now with you. So I think I have made all the things clear. Thank you very much.